Wait, is someone in there? When we first met...
The story begins with flashes of a girl who finds a gold coin and rushes to an abandoned motel to use it on a vending machine. When she turned her back, thinking nothing happened, a mysterious man came out of the vending machine and thanked her for finding his coin. Shuichi Kagaya, a shy and average-looking teenager, comes out from meeting with the school's academic advisor after politely turning down the school's recommendation for a prestigious college. He says it's a waste, given his good grades, but Shuichi explains that he needed more time to consider it. Shuichi is trying to keep a low profile and pretends not to care about everything around him. He even tried to ignore a dead raccoon he found, but he later came out of his way to bury it once school was out. Having trouble sleeping, Shuichi went out at night to get a drink when he suddenly smelled a fire and saw it in the distance. When he came closer to inspect, he immediately noticed a person was still inside. Although hesitant initially, Shuichi uses his powers to transform into a monstrous dog and rushes inside a burning building. He then uses his strength to punch through the wall, which he uses to exit, carrying the unconscious girl to safety. Seeing the unconscious girl on the ground, he was allured by her smell and inadvertently started undressing her. He stops and leaves before she wakes to find a monster before her. As he left, the girl woke up and found Shuichi's phone beside her. Shuichi couldn't find his phone in the morning and thought he had dropped it when he saved the girl from the fire. He worries that the police will find it and discover that he is a monster. When he arrives at school, the girl he saved appears before him holding his cell phone and claiming to know he is a monster. They later meet on the school roof, where Shuichi pretends not to know what she is talking about when she calls him a monster. She decides to play along and returns his phone to him. As Shuichi is about to pick up the phone from the ledge, the girl kicks him off the building, where he is forced to transform into the monster dog. The girl then takes a picture of him and threatens to tell everyone at school his secret. When Shuichi claims he doesn't know how he became a monster, the girl believes him. After school, they are seen walking together, where the girl introduces herself as Claire Aoki. She then shows him a gold coin, which she claims is connected to monsters like him. They return to her apartment, where she indecently changes clothes in front of him. Claire claims that he needs to do what she asks from now on after how he ruined her suicide attempt. Out of nowhere, a masked girl appears on the balcony, which Claire claims is an enemy. The girl demands the gold coin from Claire. When Claire asks about the coin, the girl explains that they gain power in exchange for losing everything else. Shuichi stands back up, transforming into the monster dog, and restrains the girl. When the girl thinks they are collectors, she becomes a monster and frees herself by kicking Shuichi away. Later revealed in a flashback that the mysterious girl is Hikawa, a nice girl who dropped out of her school's competition running team. She eventually became desperate after she lost her sports scholarship. She entertained the rumor she heard from the first years about a weird vending machine that grants wishes. She found a gold coin and asked the mysterious person at the vending machine to make her faster than everyone else. Although she became faster, her arms and legs transformed, making her a monster. Worried that she couldn't compete in her state, she went looking for another gold coin when she overhears and sees Claire holding one. She followed Claire and Shuichi back to her apartment, where she attacked them both. Although Hikawa initially only planned to take the coin, given that they have already seen her face, she may need to kill them. Thanks to Claire's quick thinking, she pepper sprays Hikawa and asks Shuichi to fight her, but he uses this opportunity to escape with Claire instead. Shuichi wonders how Claire knew Hikawa was an enemy. She explains that it's only natural to think of them as enemies when they suddenly appear uninvited on their balcony. While discussing what to do next, Claire notices a zipper on Shuichi's back, which he doesn't even know about. She thinks there must be a meaning to it and convinces Shuichi to open it, believing his true powers may be inside. Much to her surprise, Claire finds it empty and thinks she could get inside him like one would wear a mascot. When she finally got inside, they both sensed each other's feelings, even emotions of sadness, anger, hatred, and even anxiety. Hikawa finally catches up to them but wonders where Claire went. She starts attacking Shuichi with a series of kicks and punches. Claire quickly gets used to controlling Shuichi's body and starts fighting back. They quickly overpower Hikawa and grab her by her legs, threatening to break it unless Hikawa tells them more about the gold coins. When she refused to answer, Claire unhesitatingly broke one of her legs. Realizing they will not get any information from Hikawa, Claire grabs her by the head and shoots her in the back with Shuichi's gun. A week passed, and Shuichi continued his everyday life like nothing had happened. Claire suddenly calls Shuichi, but she has to fetch him from his classroom when he doesn't answer. Claire explains that since nothing has happened since then, it was safe to assume their identities are still secured. Shuichi claims he doesn't want to do anything with her anymore after becoming complicit in killing someone. Claire wonders if Shuichi can fight on his own, as they will encounter more monsters like him in the future. She worries that although he has a body built for fighting, he is way too kind compared to her, who is mentally fit for fighting but has a frail body. She believes that together, they can defeat anyone who comes their way. Claire promises that she will die with him if anything happens. When Shuichi claims he wants to die now, Claire suddenly jumps off atop a railing. Shuichi managed to catch her, who was deeply moved by his actions. Claire tells Shuichi that she is looking for her sister. She describes her as a monster like him who suddenly disappeared after killing their parents. Towards the end of the episode, it was shown that Elena Aoki, Claire's sister, spoke to the mysterious man by the vending machine at an abandoned hotel. He asks Elena's help in finding the coins while promising to grant her any wish she desires. Elena wondered if she could use her wish on someone else, to which the man confirmed she could. Back at Claire's place, she informs Shuichi they need to figure out what they are capable of should they continue encountering monsters. She starts undressing, to which Shuichi wonders why. Claire explains that it's hot and stuffy inside of him, and if she had clothes on, they would quickly get drenched. Worried that she'd be naked inside him, Shuichi convinces her to wear a swimsuit instead. When they finally became one, Claire realized she had more control of Shuichi's body than him, as she could prevent his movements. Later, after their so-called training, Shuichi managed to clean Claire's place, as it deeply bothered him to see such a mess. Claire later shows Shuichi her sister's clothes. She thought that with Shuichi's keen sense of smell, he could find her scent in a crowd. Although she admits not seeing her sister kill her parents, Claire found Elena next to their parents' corpses, which is more than enough circumstantial evidence to prove that she did kill them. When Shichi tried to sniff her scent through Elena's clothes, he smelled multiple people's blood and was terrified of her. With this, it has confirmed Claire's suspicions that Elena killed their parents. Claire suggests staking the train station as she suspects Elena is still in town. If she managed to stay in town, it would be safe to assume someone was helping her. She hopes that Shuichi can track down her scent on her accomplice and trace it back to where Elena is hiding. Shuichi wondered what Claire would do if they managed to find her. Claire claims she needed to know why she turned into a monster and why she had to kill their parents. After staking the place for 3 days, they decided to quit and give up for the day when Shuichi suddenly picked up Elena's scent. Claire confirms that it wasn't Elena's accomplice, but her sister herself, and prepares to enter Shuichi. While hiding behind a bush, Claire tells Shuichi to aim the gun at her legs while she pulls the trigger. Shuichi realized that Claire tried to kill Elena, so he stopped her at the last minute, making Claire miss her shot. Elena got furious at the sudden ambush, so she transformed and quickly got behind Shuichi. Elena suddenly reverts back to a human and starts apologizing to Shuichi when she realizes that it is him, suggesting she knew him from the past. She claims that she knows he wanted to kill her and asks that they take it elsewhere so they won't bother anyone else. Elena admits that she knows who he is and understands why he wanted to kill her. Claire thought that Elena must have realized she was inside Shuichi trying to apologize for killing their parents. As Elena continued to apologize, she quickly realized that Elena wasn't talking to her, but to Shuichi himself. Elena continued by explaining how she made Shuichi into a monster. When Claire spoke up, wondering what she meant, Elena quickly realized that a girl was inside Shuichi. Her anger overtakes her, and she rips off Shuichi's head in a fit of rage and tells the girl to get out, as that place only belongs to her. After realizing what she has done, Elena apologizes and calls out to Shuichi to see if he is still alive. Claire stands back up and pulls Shuichi's gun to shoot at Elena, but the bullets just go through her. Elena quickly overpowers Claire and makes her lose her grip on the weapon. Even with Shuichi's body, Claire doesn't stand a chance against Elena, who later realizes it was Claire and wonders why she was inside Shuichi. Claire explains that it was to avenge her parents, whom she killed, and wonders why she had to kill them. Elena explains that their parents were bad people. Their father was a legislator known to have done bad things behind the scenes, while their mother had an affair with a younger man at her company. Elena claims she killed them for Claire, as she kept saying back then how she would kill them one day. She tells her she is no longer weak and claims she will protect her from now on. Elena then asks her if she kept the golden coin she gave her the day she disappeared. Claire claims she threw it away, so Elena gave her another one and told her to go to an abandoned motel along the highway. Elena then receives a phone call and claims she needs to leave. With Elena gone and Shuichi supposedly dead, Claire apologizes to Shuichi for how things turned out and makes true of her promise, who points the gun at her head. Before she can pull the trigger, Shuichi's detached head speaks up and stops her from what she plans to do. They follow Elena's advice and go to the abandoned motel, where they meet the mysterious man, who is later revealed to be an alien. He explains that, typically, his species doesn't have a physical body, and claims that he adopted a suitable form for fitting in on this planet. When they seemed doubtful of his words, he demonstrated his powers by turning into a complete copy of Claire, using only a strand of her hair, which she snatched from her head. The alien then explains that using the same powers he did, he can fix Shuichi in exchange for 1 gold coin. Claire hesitantly gives him the coin, which he provides Shuichi a drink. He tells Shuichi to drink it with his head on tight so it won't turn out crooked when it is reattached to his body. Claire asked him if their wish could be granted to someone else. She explains that Shuichi had no memories of drinking the medicine and stated that he never wanted to take on that form. Although he didn't confirm nor deny if it was possible, the alien explained that when granting someone's wish, they take on that person's ideal form, the one that the person desires. When Shuichi is fully healed, Claire jumps and hugs him. The alien explains that their ship broke and crashed on Earth during their long space travel, spreading coins everywhere. He does not have the expertise to find his friends or repair the ship, so he relies on collectors to gather them for him. He explains that for every coin they find, a person can use the medicine to transform into whatever they desire to be. When they gather 100 coins, they can do something even more amazing, suggesting that it can even turn people into overpowered human beings like in the comics, capable of destroying even the planet. As they are walking back home, Shuichi speaks up and tells Claire not to use her remaining gold coin, fearing that it would only make things worse. Claire claims that her life is better now. She describes that she was at her worst when her parents died, and her sister disappeared on her. She tried to explain to the cops what happened, but no one believed her. Everything changed when she met Shuichi, and she explained that she had finally found her place inside him. Claire and Shuichi head deep into the forest, where it was said that the spaceship crashed to search for coins. Claire explains that it would be improbable they would meet any people this deep in the forest, and that they can only assume that they are monsters. Shuichi wondered what they would do should they encounter one, to which Claire said it would be ideal if they attacked first, before the monster noticed them. Shuichi is against her plan, which, she explains, is understandable, as they won't last long should they fight every person they meet. Claire explains that they need information on how many collectors are in the area and which are the strongest. Shuichi quickly notices a presence ahead of them and alerts Claire, who quickly undresses and enters Shuichi. Upon closer inspection, Shuichi realized how scary it was, to which the man commended him for being the first to approach him. He explains that people usually run away from him when they see him. Claire explains that they aren't looking to fight and want to talk about the coins. The man tells them he doesn't know much about them as he isn't there looking for coins. He explains that when he met the alien, he wanted strength, but since then no humans have been a match for him, so he has been exploring the mountains, hoping to find others like him to test his newfound strength. When he tried to approach them, Shuichi rushed and punched him, to which the man commented that no ordinary human would have withstood that attack. Claire quickly realized Shuichi was no match for him, so she stepped in to fight him instead. She managed to land a hit, but it was ineffective against him. She tells him that he is already obviously stronger than her and convinces him that she is only collecting coins to prevent dangerous people from getting them. Claire then suddenly pulls out Shuichi's gun and shoots the man with it, but he blocks it with his hands. Realizing that it wasn't a regular gun, he claims that he would have died if he didn't stop it, which went through and busted his arm. To show appreciation for taking the fight seriously, he undoes his transformation and introduces himself as Sanbei Tadanori, a second-year student at Yamakita University. He explains that in his quest to become strong, he has learned various martial arts. But as they were no longer fit for his newfound strength and reformed body, he had to develop his own martial arts. He bent backward, clearly charging up for a massive attack, and unleashed it, shaking and cutting the ground. His long motion sequence gave Shuichi and Claire the chance to escape. Tadanori chases after them, but Shuichi comes out of nowhere and grabs him. Tadanori was disappointed, for he claimed to have already shown the difference in strength earlier, and that his raw power alone was far from his. He thought he should finish the fight when out of nowhere, Claire shows up from behind him, pointing the gun at him. He is initially surprised and wonders who she is when he later realizes it to be the same voice he heard from the monster dog he was fighting. Tadanori was impressed at how she managed to turn the tables on him, given that he wouldn't be able to shake off Shuichi in time before Claire could shoot him. He initially thought the monster dog was a doll she controls, but later realized they were two different beings when Shuichi suddenly spoke up and asked him to surrender. Tadanori thought she was bluffing after she learned that Claire was a normal human being, and given the gun's recoil, shooting a powerful weapon would also kill her. Seeing her determined eyes, he realized there was no hesitation and that she was determined to fire it. Tadanori admits defeat and undoes his transformation. Tadanori then asks them to kill him as he has lost the battle, but Claire refuses, claiming she gains nothing from killing him. Out of nowhere, another monster, Pseudo, demands they tell him their names and addresses, while threatening that he has pictures of them. He declares that they will become his slaves from now on, but Tadanori stands up in objection and transforms. Tadanori quickly kills him, claiming he regrets killing low-life scum like him. Claire suddenly burst out laughing, claiming that she was initially scared, thinking that all the monsters they'd meet were as powerful as him. She then invites Tadanori to join them in searching for coins, giving him more chances to test his strength with the monsters they'd encounter. Tadanori later finds newfound respect for Shuichi after he learns that it was his idea to split up, as he intended to have Claire escape while he acted as bait. Hearing Shuichi's chivalry, Tadanori claims he is a real man and decides to join them. In a hideout somewhere in the mountain, Sayaka informs her group that although they are weaker than other groups, they still aim to collect all 100 coins for the alien before the bad guys. They plan to negotiate with the alien to end this silly game. She then introduced a new member of the group, Claire, who is inside Shuichi's body. A few days earlier, Claire called Ikuchi, who took his number from Pseudo's cell phone. She claims to know that Pseudo is blackmailing him and reassures him that he was already taken care of after sending a picture of Pseudo's corpse. She then asked him to join their group. Shuichi wondered if they should have told Tadanori about their plan, but Claire claimed she already did. Tadanori explains that although he has sworn loyalty towards Shuichi and Claire, he has no interest in helping random strangers. Claire explains that he wanted to join Ikuchi's group to gather information on other collectors, as she suspects Elena is somewhere in the mountain and has a group of her own. Back in the present, Sayaka informs Claire to undo her transformation, as she needs to be a normal human for the pact to work. Claire agrees under one condition: she will be the only one to take it, as she has no secrets. She reveals that she is normal and will only have Shuichi undergo it once she deems them trustworthy. Sayaka and Claire go to a different room to perform the pact. Upon entering the room, Sayaka reveals that her power makes people keep her secrets. When Claire bluffed that Ikuchi had already told her their secret, Sayaka claimed that he didn't or wouldn't be alive now. Sayaka wonders why a normal human being is collecting coins, to which Claire shows her a picture of her sister, claiming that she is looking for her while telling her that she is the monster who killed their parents. Sayaka quickly recognizes Elena and that she will be able to say more to her once Claire undergoes the pact. After Claire agrees, Sayaka reveals that she once was in a relationship with a teacher. Bothered by her morale, the teacher left her. She was at her lowest that she mistakenly shared her secret with a friend. The friend made it public, which forced the teacher to kill herself after being driven by shame and guilt when rumors started spreading. After revealing her past, Sayaka gives Claire a choker woven from her hair and explains that she needs to wrap it around her neck. It will quickly meld to her skin, and no one will be able to see it. Should Claire reveal their secrets? Or should she feel that she betrayed them, the choker will respond to her feelings and cut her head off. When Claire comments on how specific her power is, she reveals that she has a clear image of what power she wants when she approaches the alien. Meanwhile, Chihiro warms up to Shuichi, who is drawn in by his canine characteristics. When she petted him, Chihiro claimed she could tell he was kind, as she has the power to understand animals. Shuichi asks her why she has decided to join the others in gathering coins. She explains she isn't interested in the powers the alien offers, but is worried for her family and friends should the coins end up with the wrong person. Later, Chihiro asks Shuichi if he could help her find her wallet, which she dropped somewhere in the mountains. She feared that her identity would be revealed should someone find it and worried that her family might become targets. Shuichi agreed to help her, confident in his keen sense of smell. They go out looking for her wallet in the mountain when Chihiro grows tired from all the walking. Shuichi informs her that he will look for her wallet by himself, as her scent is also throwing him off. Chihiro suggests getting inside him so that her scent won't get in the way or slow him down. She then starts to undress and enters Shuichi, who later realizes she is entirely naked when he finds her underwear, as he is about to hide her clothes. Chihiro explains that she doesn't want her clothes to get dirty and claims she could feel that Shuichi is happy about it, given that they could sense each other's feelings when she stepped inside him. Ikuchi secretly watches them from a distance and is annoyed at how Chihiro seems to be throwing herself at Shuichi. Elsewhere, Subaru, from Elena's group, picks up Chihiro's wallet and feels lucky. To join their group, Sayaka demanded that Claire form a special pact with her to ensure that she keeps their secret. Sayaka gives Claire a choker woven from her hair, which quickly melds once worn, so others won't be able to see it. If Claire ever reveals their secret or betrays the group, the choker will respond to her feelings and cut her head off. Sayaka explains that after the incident with the teacher, she was forced to change schools to where she met Elena, Claire's sister. She tried to distance herself from others, but Elena was friendly and always talked to her. She finds it hard to believe that the Elena she knew would kill her parents and countless others, as claimed by Claire. Once they were done talking, Claire returned to the others and discovered Shuichi was missing. The others tell her that he and Chihiro went for a walk and have not returned since. Ikuchi shows them a video of Chihiro going inside Shuichi. Claire is determined to search for him, but Sayaka worries there are dangerous people in the mountain and asks Yoda Murakami, the only fighter in their group, to escort her. Meanwhile, Shuichi and Chihiro continue their search for her wallet. Chihiro asks if he has met dangerous people like those in the mountain. Shuichi admits that on the day she met Claire, a dangerous woman attacked them, and he had to kill her. He claims he knew what Claire was planning and didn't stop her. Shuichi suddenly picks up the scent of Elena's group and worries that Chihiro's wallet seems to be with them. Although they are stronger than he, Shuichi decides to fight them, promising Chihiro that he will protect her when she panics. As they continued, the scent suddenly split into two. Shuichi thought they'd manage if the one carrying the wallet was alone, but out of nowhere, Subaru appeared behind him. Shuichi calls him a kid, which annoys him, so Subaru uses his powers to summon his parents, crushing Shuichi with Chihiro inside. When Subaru was about to leave, a crushed Shuichi stood back up, saying he was frustrated at how weak they were. Chihiro and Shuichi start to merge and let out a cry, which Elena's and Claire's group hears from afar. Shuichi and Chihiro have transformed into a grotesque female form and become faster and stronger than before. Subaru keeps attacking them, but Shuichi and Chihiro keep coming back until they break the fingers of Subaru's parents to pry it open, leaving Subaru defenseless. They then take out two guns and prepare to shoot him when Elena arrives and stops them both. Having merged, Shuichi and Chihiro come to know everything about the other person. Although Chihiro doesn't know Elena, she sees Shuichi's memories of her. Shuichi's rage boils over, and he wants to kill her. But Chihiro stops him, and they lose consciousness. Elena and Subaru leave, and he wonders if she knew them, which she denies. Claire and Yoda later reach the place where the fight took place, finding an unconscious Shuichi with Chihiro still inside of him. Shuichi and the others return to their base without remembering what happened after Subaru crushed them. Sayaka suspects another group must have arrived and fought, which would explain the damage in the forest, where Shuichi and Chihiro were found. Claire notices Chihiro's unusual behavior and suspects she must have remembered what happened. After wearing Sayaka's choker, Shuichi finally becomes part of the group, where they meet the others and learn their powers. Isao Kasuga transforms into a huge monster with the ability to grow plants, and Miku Aihara can turn invisible at will. Shuichi and Claire demonstrated their power, and Sayaka was relieved they had a new fighter in the group. Claire confronts Chihiro, suspecting her to know what happened and lying about it. Chihiro wonders if she was upset that she went inside Shuichi. Claire declares that Shuichi needs her and that she can never be replaced. Chihiro claims that they're completely different, hence why she would never become one with Shuichi, to which irked her. Unable to fall asleep, Shuichi goes out for a walk when he runs into Abukawa burying a dead dog. Abukawa claims he found it like this, but Shuichi notices the injuries on the dog that reminded him of a dead animal from before. He later sees Abukawa with his friends and thinks he is acting differently than he knows him. Shuichi helps Nana with her bike the next day when he notices Ikuchi has been watching him from the roof. Ikuchi confronts Shuichi, claiming to know that he wasn't the one who killed Sudo, who was cut in half with a sword. Shuichi claims that they found Sudo's body in the forest, to which Claire took his phone and made contact with the group. Later that night, Chihiro calls Elena and reveals that he was the one who was in Shuichi that day. Chihiro asks her what happened to them, to which Elena explains that Shuichi's power allows him to join with another person. Together, their strength combines, allowing them to exceed their limits towards a common goal. Elena wonders how she got her number, to which Chihiro explains she saw it in his memories when they were one. Elena refuses to believe her, claiming that Shuichi couldn't have remembered it. But Chihiro explains that she saw shadows deliberately erased from his memories. Chihiro realized the shadow looked exactly like Elena, so she knew she was irreplaceable to Shuichi. She asks her to join them, hoping she can end this conflict over the coins. Elena turns her down, claiming that she and Shuichi have different goals now. Out of nowhere, Elena's group arrives and confronts her when they discover that she failed to kill a collector. Elena reassures them that she has not forgotten her role and will kill anyone that gets in their way. The next day, Sayaka's group return to the mountains and explains to Claire and Shuichi that they have gathered 5 coins so far. At the rate they're going, they wouldn't be able to collect 100 coins. Looking back at where they found these coins, a trail leads back to the mountain to which they suspect is where the alien spaceship crashed. Their plan is to find the spaceship and collect the 100 coins the alien is asking. Sayaka's group head into the mountains searching for the alien spaceship when they reach a stone with a turf marking. Worried they'd quickly get attacked, Sayaka decides to go around it. She claims they are only after the coins and should avoid unnecessary fighting. She asks Ikuchi to lead them while keeping watch of enemies from a distance. After reaching the riverside, they take a break, and Isao grows watermelons to eat. Chihiro wants to tell the group what Elena told her. A group has already collected 100 coins, but before she can speak, they continue walking. Claire worries that the riverside is dangerous, worried that the other group could have used the markings as a trap to lure weaker collectors to take this route. While discussing the possibility of being ambushed, they quickly see a group standing on a cliff and decide to run away. The other group, led by Madoka, claims they must have been seen and worries they'd lose some people if it ever came to a fight. Their leader suggests they need to capture one of them and the others will follow. Marita, a giant centipede monster, gets excited and runs after Sayaka's group. Marita catches up to them, but Claire worries he is stalling for time for the others to catch up, so she and Shuichi confront him. But he knocks them down. He then captures Sayaka and orders the others not to move, threatening them with a dead woman's decapitated head. Marita demanded they surrender their coins and join them. He explains that they're not trying to rule the world or destroy the human race, but that they just wanted to do whatever they want. Yoda gets furious after claiming that the dead woman was beautiful and her type. He claims he doesn't like to fight after how one time he had dropped out of school after injuring someone so badly while defending a friend. Yoda suddenly transforms and beats up Marita, and the group then tries to get some distance from their pursuers. Madoka's group finds Marita beaten up, but when the others suggest killing him, Madoka gets furious. Madoka removes one of his teeth and claims that he will never abandon his men, no matter how rotten they are. Trying to block off the enemy's path, Isao grows a herd of trees when they suddenly hear someone approaching and bursts through the trees. Madoka punches Isao, but when he was about to finish him and avenge Marita, Yoda jumps in and claims it was him. They were surprised that Yoda's punch did not affect Madoka. When Madoka sees Claire get into Shuichi, he brushes off Yoda and asks Claire and Shuichi what he was. Madoka grows curious about what Shuichi is as he sees Claire enter him. He gets close and tries to inspect him, and Claire and Shuichi wait until he gets up close to shoot him from point-blank range. They were surprised he dodged it and grabbed his gun. Madoka aimed the gun at Chihiro, forcing Shuichi to undo his transformation. Later, the others catch up to them and surround Sayaka's group. Madoka undoes his transformation and claims they will start gathering coins for him, promising to grant them any wish they want. Because of what they did to Morita, Madoka demanded that they choose one of them to die. Otherwise, he would kill all of them. Claire questions him about what if either of the two guys he punched ended up dead, but Madoka insists that they still need to pick, claiming it to be a rite of passage to become part of their group. Although both are still alive, Yoda claims he will fight them, but Ikuchi argues they don't have a chance against the entire group. Claire agrees with Ikuchi, claiming they need to choose a sacrifice, tricking Ikuchi to volunteer when he agrees with her. Miku suggests turning invisible and killing Madoka when he isn't transformed. Claire worries that the group might have special eyesight like Ikuchi, who sees through her. Claire approaches Isao, who refuses to sacrifice a friend, so she asks him to use his powers to grow oleander instead. Although common and usually grown in private gardens or parks, it is not unusual that not many know it is a powerful poison. It has poison not just in its leaves or flowers, but also in its smoke when burnt. Shuichi walks in on them, and Isao has grown several in the area. Claire asks him to tell the others to escape, but Shuichi realizes what she was about to do. Although she refuses to let him be part of it, Shuichi insists and claims they are one. Madoka's group realizes that Sayaka and the others have escaped. They try to chase after them when they suddenly see smoke from a distance. Ikuchi decides to betray the group by telling Madoka what Claire was doing in exchange for letting him and Chihiro join the group. Before he could tell them, Sayaka's choker activates and kills Ikuchi, who was planning to betray them. As the fire grows, Madoka's men start to feel nauseous. Madoka tells the others to escape while he tries to save as many of them as possible, upholding his promise that he will never abandon them. Claire and Shuichi catch up to the others and help Chihiro and Miku, who were lagging. When they arrive at a clearing, Shuichi wonders if she has thought what if Madoka had come straight at them. Claire claims they would have been dead by then, but she bet that Madoka would help his men no matter what. Sayaka claims that she is starting to get scared of Claire, and although she trusts her, she doesn't know what she is thinking. Claire claims that she, too, couldn't figure out why her sister gave her a coin. But after meeting Shuichi, she realized she was the only one who could save her. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos, and subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.